Josh in Manhattan. What's up, Josh?
Mike, I just have a question about sports betting in the U.S. As we see legalized betting increase to additional states and the online
Sure.
gambling thing blows up here, do you think that you'll start seeing sports bets or books offering, the 10 cents on the dollar, which is the standard big, dropping from the minus 110 to minus 105? To basically level the playing field as this thing moves forward?
I don't know. That's a very good question. I don't know how to answer it. A lot of it would depend on the volume of bets. Now, the thing that wears you down as a if you are as someone who gambles, the thing that wears you down is the vig.
Exactly.
Because over a period of time, you have to win 55% to break even. So, and the vig really, really, and if you're a sizable wagerer, you really can't believe how much money when you realize and so many of these games now, they move the game based on, and this I know is maybe getting a little too inside baseball, but they move games. So if a game's 3, they don't move the line to 3.5. They move the game to 120. They move the game to 125. Now the breakage on their game is 25. I mean, that is so. Think about it. That means that they're paying out 100 and taking in 125 on every losing bet. That's a recipe to get rich. I mean, and that's what kills you, because if you're let's say you're an active gambler and you wager a lot of games over a weekend, you wager on 20 games, and you wager on 20 games, okay, and you go 10-10, right, and you wagered $500 per game. Your vig for the weekend is $500.
Exactly, you lost money.
That's your vig. That's if you broke even. Your vig is 5, and that's if every game was just 110. So
Exactly.
I mean, and if you're a guy who bets thousands and thousands, well, that's when you say to the bookmaker, "Hey, I want a break on the vig. I want X number kicked back because I'm churning you a tremendous amount of money." Think about it. If a guy's got guys think about that. If a guy's got guys betting $10,000 a game, a bookmaker, and he's squaring the games off, his slice can be $20,000-$30,000 on a game, $40,000 on a game, and all he did was move the money from one side to the other side.
Well, and what you're starting to see is these online gaming platforms are offering, a daily boost or
Right, because they can. Because they can, yes.
Right. So my question is now, to be a differentiator in the marketplace, are they going to then have to start looking at, the operating costs to run these online platforms is obviously different than operating a full-scale casino. So,
right.
I mean, in my opinion, it seems like eventually as this thing proliferates,
I think they will.
They're going to have to drive down.
I think they will, and they can never put the illegal guy out of business because of the one thing that they can never do, and that is they give credit, right? They give credit. Yep. So that's the big difference, and that's why people go to Vegas and say to me, "Oh, I can't believe I had to put the money through the window before I bet. I mean, it's unbelievable." I said, "What do you think they're going to do? Ask you to come back if you lose?" I mean, so yeah, you got to put the money plus the vig through the window if you bet. So, I mean, they can't go chasing you. So that's where people are in culture shock. They're not used to that. They think that, oh, I just go up and bet and tell them what my bet is. Oh, yeah, and we'll settle up later. Oh, no, it doesn't work that way. You pay them first. You pay the loss out, and then you get it back. But he's right. I mean, and that's why it's a good business. That's why bookmakers, do very well. If they're big bookmakers, all they have to do is break even. They don't have to do it. They don't have to take a side. Last thing they want to do is take a side. Back after this.